Hello, welcome to the Mark Janard Show, the cybersecurity show. In this video, I'm going to break down 4 phases of downloading Kali Linux. I'm going to first talk about how to download Kali Linux ISO. I'm then going to talk about how to download Kali Linux on Windows 10. And then I'm going to talk about how to download Kali Linux Rufus. And then I'm going to talk about how to download Kali Linux for Android, and then end with Kali Linux news. So without further ado, let's get right into it. We're going dark. So in regards to the ISO, first you are going to visit the official Kali Linux website, right? And Peter, please put that link on the screen for the viewers. You can go to the official Kali Linux download page. This is the safest source for the latest and official ISO images. Step 2, that was step 1. On the download page, you'll see options for different platforms, right? You can have like installer images for bare metal or VM installation. There are live images and pre-built virtual machine images, right? For most users, the installer ISO is recommended for a full installation. Select the architecture that matches your hardware, typically 64-bit for modern PCs. Step 3, download the ISO file. So click the desired installer image, like the Kali Linux 2024.1 64-bit. You can download directly or via torrent. The file size is usually around 4 gigabytes. Step 4, verify the download, right? On the download page, locate the SHA-256 checksum for your ISO. After downloading, verify the file integrity. So on Windows, right-click the file, select CRC SHA, and then SHA-256 if you have 7-zip installed, or you can use the PowerShell. Peter, please put that code on the screen for the viewers. You can also use this one for the on Linux/Mac OS, right? You can run this code. Peter, please put that code on the screen. So compare the output with the official checksum. If they match, your download is safe to use. Step 5, prepare installation media, right? For USB, use a tool like Rufus, Windows, or Balena Etcher, cross-platform, or DD, Linux/Mac OS, to write the ISO to a USB drive. For a virtual machine, simply attach the ISO as a virtual CD/DVD in your VM software, like the VirtualBox or the VMware. Step 6, you're going to want to boot and install. So for a physical machine, insert the USB, reboot, and enter BIOS/UEFI to set USB as the first boot device. Disable secure boot if enabled. And in regards to this virtual machine, start the VM with the ISO attached. Select the graphical install or install from the boot menu. Follow the on-screen prompts like the language, region, keyboard, disk, partitioning, user setup, etc. And some tips that you're going to want to take note is always back up important data before installing, as the process may overwrite existing data. For best stability, choose the versioned ISO, not weekly builds. If installing on a virtual machine, allocate at least 2 gigabytes of RAM and 20 gigabytes disk space. You have the 4 gigabytes of RAM and 25 gigabytes disk space recommended. Now that was the ISO. Let's go into the Windows 10. So the first method is the Windows subsystem for Linux. So you can enable WSL. You can press the Windows key plus S and then type turn Windows features on or off and select it. Check Windows subsystem for Linux and click OK. Then restart your PC. Install Kali Linux, right? Open the Microsoft Store, search for Kali Linux, and then click install. Launch the app, right? Set a username and password when prompted. Then verify the installation. So open the Kali Linux app from the start menu. Use the commands like the ls or the sudo app update to test functionality. That was the first method. Here's the second method. There's the virtual machine like the VirtualBox. So you can install VirtualBox. You can download the VirtualBox from the virtualbox.org website and follow the installer prompts. Then download Kali Linux, right? Visit the kali.org, select virtual machines and then VirtualBox, the 64-bit, and download the .ova file. Then you are going to want to set up Kali, right? In VirtualBox, click on the file and then import alliance and select the the OVA file. Adjust the RAM/CPU settings. The recommended is 4 gigabytes of RAM, 2 CPU cores, and start the virtual machine. log in with default credentials, right? The Kali/Kali, you know, and that's for that one. Now, the next one we're going to talk about is the Rufus, right? So visit the kali.org/downloads and select the appropriate version, the 64-bit installer or live image. Save the ISO file to your computer, right? Like in the downloads folder. Go to the rufus.ie and download the latest version of Rufus. So install or run the portable version directly. So prepare the USB drive. Insert a USB with at least 6 gigabytes of storage, but 8 gigabytes is recommended, right? Open the USB drive under device. Then configure the Rufus settings. So boot selection, click select and choose the downloaded Kali Linux ISO, the partition scheme. For modern, UEFI systems, you can do the GPT. For older BIOS systems, you can do the MBR. Now the file system, you can use FAT32, like the default, compatible with most systems. The volume label is optional. You can do the Kali Live. Then start the process. So click start and confirm warnings about data deletion. Rufus will automatically handle ISO extraction and bootable setup. Wait for completion, right? 5 to 5 minutes depending on USB speed. Boot from USB, right? Restart the target PC and access the boot menu, typically F12, escape, or the delete key. Select the USB drive to launch Kali Linux, right? Here are some notes. For, in regards to the backup USB, back it up beforehand, right? As the process erases all contents. For dual boot setups, ensure sufficient disk space, right? Like 20 gigabytes plus is recommended. Use the SHA-256 checksums, which is available on Kali's website to verify ISO integrity. So that is that. Let's get into Kali Linux for Android, right? So Kali Linux does not run natively as a full system on Android devices. So instead, the official and most robust way to get Kali Linux tools, and environment on Android is through the Kali Net Hunter project, right? Which is, specifically designed for Android devices and is actively maintained for 2025 releases. So we have Kali Net Hunter, right? Which is, the official Kali Linux for Android. So Kali Linux Net Hunter is the official penetration testing platform for Android, providing access to the Kali toolset via an app, container, and custom interface. It supports a wide range of Android devices and offers both rooted and rootless installation options. The latest version, compatible with the 2025 release of Kali Linux, includes updated tools, improved interface, and new features. So in regards to how to download and install Kali Linux Net Hunter on Android in 2025, the prerequisites is the Android device, with it must have at least 40 gigabytes of free storage and 4 gigabytes of RAM that is recommended. No root required for the rootless installation. Advanced features may require root access and a stable internet connection. Now let's get into the step-by-step installation. This is the rootless method. So download Termix, not from the Play Store. Use F-Droid or the official GitHub releases for the latest version. Install the Net Hunter store. So download the Net Hunter store APK from the official Kali website or via a trust. Then install the Net Hunter app. So open the Net Hunter store, search for Net Hunter and install the Net Hunter app, such as Net Hunter Kex or Net Hunter Terminal. Then set up the environment. Open Termux and the configure storage. Peter, please put that code on the screen for the viewers. Change repository if needed for faster downloads. Now install Kali Net Hunter rootless. In Termix, run the Net Hunter installation script or use the Net Hunter app to complete the setup. Now it is optional, however, it is recommended to install the VNC viewer. For a full desktop GUI, install a VNC viewer app and connect to the desktop running inside the container. Now there is an alternative you can, which is the Termix plus the manual Kali install. So you can also manually install a Kali Linux environment using Termux and Proot distro, then run a GUI via VNC. This method is more advanced and may not provide all Net Hunter features. So here's where to download. On the official Kali Net Hunter images and instructions, visit the official Kali Linux downloads page and select NetHunter for Android. Then the NetHunter Store APK available from the Kali website or NetHunter Store. Now the key features of Kali NetHunter on Android, you have access to the full Kali toolset via a containerized environment. There's the custom advanced features on supported devices. There's local web interface for configuration and optional desktop GUI via VNC. Now here is a bonus download if you were interested in that. Ubuntu, right? So, Ubuntu desktop, whether it's the version 24.04 LTS or 25.04, you're gonna need a physical PC or a laptop, right? Let's walk through that process. So download the Ubuntu ISO. So visit the official Ubuntu website and download the latest desktop ISO image. Choose the version you want, whether it's Ubuntu 4.04 LTS or 25.04. Create a bootable USB drive. So use a tool like Rufus, Windows, or Etcher, or built-in startup disk creator, the Ubuntu. Create a bootable USB stick from the ISO. Insert a USB stick, at least 8 gigabytes. Select the downloaded ISO and follow the tool's instructions. Now, I want to boot from USB, so insert the bootable USB in your target computer. Restart the computer and enter the BIOS/UEFI, which is usually by pressing F2, F12, escape or delete. During the startup, set the USB drive as the primary boot device and save changes. Ubuntu installer, right? The system will boot into the Ubuntu installer menu. Select try or install Ubuntu to begin. Now let's talk about the installation setup. Choose your preferred language and key out, and then connect to Wi-Fi if prompted. Type the installation right between erase disk and install Ubuntu wipes all data, or install Ubuntu alongside your existing OS for dual boot. Now with that said, advanced, select something else for manual partitioning. Then configure user and system, right? Enter your name, computer name, username and password. Choose whether to log in automatically or require a password. Then begin installation. Review your choices and click install now. Confirm any prompts about disk changes. The installer will copy files and set up the system. So this may take 10 to 30 minutes. Complete and reboot, right? When installation finishes, remove the stick when prompted. Then click restart now to boot into your new Ubuntu system. Now the post installation, log in with your chosen username and password, update your system and install any desired software. So if you are installing in a virtual machine like a VirtualBox or VMware, the process is very similar. Mount the ISO as the VM's virtual CD/DVD and follow the same steps, right? Now, if you have any troubleshooting, or you want even more detailed video walkthroughs, there are guides on YouTube like this one, and there are available, that cover Ubuntu 24.04 and 25.04 installations. So that's what I have here today. Please take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button and the like button. Once again, please take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button and the like button. Let me know your opinion in the comment section below. If you want more videos like this, let me know that. I appreciate your viewership. Stay safe and see you on the next video.